Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. It's been some time since we've seen these four fools. We have Jess, we have Ryan, we have Ducky with his mask already on, and we have Janelle as well. How's it going, everybody? Hopefully everybody's ready to delve back into the dying world, see what is to become of these four as they narrowly escaped Graven Tosk and are now faced with the great and perilous Sarkash Forest. But before that, let's do some announcements. Not announcements, shout-outs. So first and foremost, the music you're listening to was graciously provided by Heimat der Katastrophe. Go check out their Dungeon Synth. It's really awesome. They allowed us to use this. They have some new releases coming out. I actually won with another game Ryan and I backed called Mazes, which is an OSR game. Noel, the very person who composed Mork Borg, is doing that soundtrack as well. So I'm digging the. It seems to be an up-and-coming trend. All these musicians creating soundtracks for RPGs. It's kind of cool.
Super down.
Yeah, and then McGlintlock, my friend, who keeps killing it on the Foundry system, Mork Borg, making it better and better and better all the time. And I would like to also announce that he has a site called Glumdark, and it is a site full of random tables of dark and twisted things. He didn't even tell me about it. I just saw it posted on the Mork Borg Reddit and then saw his username attached to it. So it's kind of a cool surprise. He's got a Patreon as well that allows you to unlock it, even more tables. It's only like $1, so if you're looking for some dark roll tables, feel free to support him. And it's just glumdark.com. And what else? Any more shout-outs? Do we have anything else? Any nice things to say about people before we get into bad things?
Not a single thing. No nice things here. I'm actually going to update Glenn.
How is the chat? How is everybody? Doing great. Let me read it. Anybody say anything? No. We got a great follow. Thank you. Where was it? Eric. Thank you, Eric, for the follow. This is actually our second arc of Mork Borg. We ran Graves Left Wanting for the first arc, kind of a modified version. This one is very, very modified. It's mostly all homebrew. There's a little bit of Mork Borg stuff that's out there in it, but that's why it's called something else. Stursa, it's storming and you're watching this by candlelight. Well, goddamn, that is perfect. So, you guys can see the screen on the stream. This is how you level up in Mork Borg. It's called Getting Better, but if you notice in small words down here, it says or worse. And the Game Master decides when a character should be improved. It can be after completing a scenario, which is now. And I have decided that these adventures are worthy of getting better or worse. So the reason why I wanted to show this on stream is it is a little bit different than what you may be used to when it comes to leveling up. A lot of games, you always get better. You always improve. However, I like the concept here because adventuring can be very dangerous business. You may get psychologically damaged, physically damaged, and so that's what this table here is going to decide. So what we're going to do is move through this. So the first thing we need to do, everybody, is determine if you get more hit points. And so I can only assume none of you have more than 6, right? Okay, so I guess we can just skip the 6d10. And then let's see. So yeah, if the result is equal to or greater than your current, which it's going to be. So everybody then roll me a d6 and we shall see by how many hit points you get better. Because we're not getting worse yet. Harga, 2 hit points. Oh, damn. Abe, 6 hit points. I'm going to have to use my Banes this session, I think. Nifel, 5. And what about
Can
Nagel?
somebody post the Foundry link?
Oh, you're not even in Foundry?
No.
Here, I'll get it for you. 1 second. I will put it in our Discord. Where are we? All right, it's
You can
in
roll
the,
for me if that's slowing things
no,
down.
that's all right. I put it in there. We will talk through it. We will let other people continue on while you get into Foundry. So the next thing we do is we check out ability score changes. So much like D&D, it's more the modifier is essentially the roll you got to worry about. There's no like just stat. Once you determine your modifier, it's gone. So what we need to do now is roll a d6 against every ability. Results equal to or greater than the ability, increase it by 1 to a maximum of +6. I don't think we're going to get to +6. Results below the ability, decrease it by 1. And then abilities are always increased by 1 unless you guys roll a 1. So if you do roll a 1, it is decreased. So whoever would like to start rolling their d6s against their modifiers. And let's see what we get.
Okay, I'll go.
Go for it.
What page is getting better on?
It's on page 33.
I missed that.
Okay. So a 5 for, what was the first stat? Moving down
Strength.
the list. Strength. So you increase by 1. Harga, the old lady, is getting stronger. She did some, she had a rough time last adventure. Okay, Abe, you got a 4 for strength, so presumably that's higher than your modifier.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Plus-
figured. So yeah, just roll them, but like make sure to do it from the top to the bottom. It's got to be in order. Okay. 3, getting a little bit lower. I don't think any of you guys have anything over a +1, right?
I have
Yeah.
a +2 for agility.
Oh, you have +2. Okay.
Luckily, I got a 4.
Nice.
My highest score is 0.
Your
So
highest
I can
score
only,
is 0.
I can only get better.
Got a 1.
Oh no! What'd you get a 1 for?
Toughness.
So your toughness goes down. So remember that your toughness is your hit points, right? D8 plus toughness. So what is your toughness now?
-2.
Oh shit. Well, luckily how many hit points did you get? You only got 2 though. So are you back down to 0?
No, I have
Plus 0?
I have 6 now. I started out with 5
Oh.
because I had 1. I
okay.
rolled a 4 on the D4 because you're nice.
Got it.
I went
Yeah,
up to
we're
7
the-
and now I just went down to 6.
We're the gentle Mork Borg stream.
Just the campaign Mork Borg.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Jess, did you manage to get into Foundry yet?
Yeah, I'm in Foundry.
Okay, so the first thing I need you to do is roll a d6, and that's how many hit points you will increase by.
Okay, I did that, and then I rolled a 2.
Okay, so you get 2 more hit points.
Okay. 5 now. Cool. All right. What next?
Next, I need you to roll a d6 against every ability and make sure to do it from the top to bottom, so not mix and match. And then basically you got a 1, so your strength goes down by 1. So the way it works is if the result is equal to or greater than your ability bonus, it goes up by 1 unless it's a 1. Then it goes down 1.
So I have a -5 strength.
It's negative. You're at -4 strength right
Negative. I think that's what it said.
Oh, didn't you get hit for something that reduced your strength? You didn't start with -4, did you?
I didn't think so, but
now.
maybe I was.
-4.
Oh, you know what? You died when you fell down the well. Is that still active?
Oh, you're right. It did lower my strength, I think.
So you started with.
Maybe like -2 or 3.
Okay.
Like, do you remember when they fell trying to get to the water with the?
Yeah.
So you can
We like aged.
Yeah, you can never go. Yeah, I know, but I didn't know you were that low to begin with. So you can't go below a -3 according to the rule. So -3 will be as low as you can go
Great.
on on a
I'll
level up
add
or
one.
a level up or level down.
Okay. The next one's a
So-
2. So agility
What is
I
your
go up
agility
1?
right now?
1.
So you go up 1. You beat it. So you're now at a +2. So less strength but more agility. A 3. That's on your presence, right?
Yeah. So I add 3.
No, you're only adding 1 here.
Oh,
Your
1.
roll,
Okay,
if your
so I'm at
roll is
0.
higher than your modifier, you
Oh.
add 1. Only 1. Yeah.
All right. Yay. 0. All right.
Well, it's
I'm
better
done.
than negative.
Yeah, it is.
Better than negative. Okay, does everybody have their ability scores figured out?
I gotta
Okay,
roll
don't
mine.
forget. Remember, it's going to affect toughness. Will affect your hit points. So, if that did happen to go up, make sure to make note of that. The character sheet may have taken care of it, but I don't know. If McGlintlock is in the chat, he can tell me. Because I'm not looking at your character sheets. Yeah, it's toughness plus D8.
Nothing for 6s, huh? No bonuses for 6s.
No. Oh, you rolled a 6.
I rolled 2 6s and a 1.
Oh! So
You
1.
son of a bitch. So my toughness is -2. So does that reduce my
no.
HP by 1?
Yes. How many hit points did you
I was
roll
like, I
when you
know.
rolled no hit points, though? What did you get?
5.
Yeah, so that's not too bad.
I mean, I'm at 8 now, but it would have been nice to have a toughness that wasn't -2.
Yeah, because toughness, that's kind of like constitution in this game.
Yeah.
So, when you ever have to endure something, it's also a roll, not just a hit point modifier. So, is everybody done? Because there's one last thing to do.
Oh.
You rolled party initiative?
Yeah, I didn't realize there was a party initiative button.
Yeah, so that's that D6. So when we always begin encounters, that's the first thing we roll, and that will determine if enemies or you guys go first. And then the die by your name is your individual initiative.
Could I also shout out Mr. Bayless for doing the art
Of
for my
course,
token?
yeah, of course. Which we will see very soon once I get this PDF off the screen. So if everybody's done, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So as you guys just stumble out of the Graven Tosk Cemetery, left in the debris as the fog clears, you find something. So everybody needs to roll a d6, and that will determine what you find. It can either be a 0 to 3 is nothing, 4 is 3d10 silver, 5 is an unclean scroll, 6 is a sacred scroll. So Abe, you find an unclean scroll. So why don't you roll me a d10? What's 3d10? What is this?
I rolled a 4, so it's 30-10 silver.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I didn't see that. So Abe, you got a 2 on your d10?
I did.
So what you found is Tongue of Eris. A creature of your choice is confused for 10 minutes.
So Abe's not able to read scrolls.
You found one, so you can either tuck it away hidden, maybe barter it for something else, or you can give it to one of the other players. You don't have to decide that now, but that is up to you.
Sweet.
It is yours
I got
to
a
do what you
6.
wish. You got a 6.
I
Okay.
got a 6.
Sacred Scroll for Harga.
Roll a d10.
Yes, roll me a d10 and we'll find out what you got. A 3? Right?
Yep.
3 is... Oh, interesting. Whispers past the gate. And what that does is ask 3 questions to a deceased creature. Now, whether or not that's what I love about these, right? They're so loose mechanically, very very typical of OSR. Where, for example, with Tongue of Eris, a creature of your choice is confused for 10 minutes. There's no rules on confusion. I get to decide like how that plays out. Same thing for what Janelle got. Ask 3 questions. Maybe it doesn't answer. So we'll see what happens. Ruling's not rules. I guess that's the philosophy. But anyway, that is it for leveling up. Quick and easy. How did everybody do? Let me change the view to our foundry. Yes, there we are. So now we can look at Bayless art. I will zoom in very closely to Bayless's art here. There we go. Or there. Maybe that's better. Awesome. So I guess, yeah, let's run through the characters. Let's see where they are here. So Nifel, he's got a +1 strength, +1 agility, 0 presence. His toughness is -2, so he's a little bit of a frail man. Indicated by his very pale face. 8 hit points though. That's pretty cool. How much silver do you have now?
Too fucking much. I'm rich, bitch. I have 56 silver.
Dang, that is pretty cool. All right, let's move down the line. Who else we got here? Let's look at Nagel. -3 strength. Oh man. +2 agility though.
At least it
+0,
didn't go
+0.
down.
And you only have 5 hit points, really?
I started with 3 and I rolled a 2. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And what did you get? You got silver, right?
Yeah, 17 silver.
All right, let's check out Harga. Oh, look at all those negatives, Harga. Didn't you ever drink your magic potion? That like reversed your negatives? Holy shit.
She was that bad before.
Yikes. You have 6 hit points though. You got some scrolls. I don't know. I mean, I guess this kind of makes sense, right? Your presence is a +1 at least, right? You're wise, but you're an older woman, so -1, -1, -2. You're as frail as Nifel is. All right, let's check out Abe. Dang, Abe, +3. Damn, so +1 strength, +3 agility, +1 presence, +0 toughness, and 11 hit points. Holy shit. That's crazy.
I have a feeling those hit points are going to last long.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So let's begin the recap unless anyone needs to do anything else with their character sheet.
No, I got a bunch of scrolls at the end that I think like we just got at the very end or something.
I think you found them, right? Didn't you grab them off that guy who died who was like kind of
I did.
eyeing you?
So I have 2 scrolls, so I'll look at what they do. But I also got a staff of the Priest of She. Does that do anything for me?
No, it was just I believe it's a D4.
So it is technically
It's just a staff.
Just a staff.
Yeah, it's not imbued with anything magical. So a staff is D. I'm pretty sure it's D4.
But I can
Yes,
dual wield,
D4.
right? Or is that a 2-handed weapon?
You can what?
Can I dual wield short sword and a staff?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would say a staff is a two-handed weapon. But yeah, just a reminder, the dual wielding rules I go by, you take the damage, whatever the damage is of the weapon. So if it's a dagger or a staff and it's a D4, you divide that damage by 2, and that is how much more difficult the difficulty rating is. So standard's a 12. If you're using your offhand weapon, that would be like a 14 now. So it's a little bit more difficult. So we are ready to begin. So I'll give a quick recap for everybody because I know it's been a while. So these 4 characters, you 4, you woke in very different circumstances, however in the same place. Nagel found herself at the bottom of a well. Nifel found himself in a crypt, locked inside. Abe found himself buried in the dead in a plague pit. And then Harga found herself hanging from a noose. Luckily, she had a knife, and so was able to cut herself free. And these 4 explored this graveyard, wondering why they were here, how they got here. The only memories they had were the ones that kind of their last glimpses of life. And traveling around, they found out that they had to set some things right, so to speak, to escape. And that path led them to discovering a man called Roach, that I decided was called Roach because he had no name. The Roach King. And together, the 5 of them battled the Undertaker, who had been murdered by a party of 3 other adventurers who were also trapped in Graven Tusk. So they worked together. There was Nifel didn't care for one of them, so I think you guys killed all of the other ones after they were... Or did they all die? I don't remember. Do you guys remember if they all died, or did you kill them once the battle was over?
All but one died and we killed
All
the
but one
last.
died?
I believe it was Nifel.
Nifel. Yeah, I think
Nifel.
that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. So after you dispatched all of them, as well as put the Undertaker's evil spirit to rest, you found your path. A pathway, was essentially illuminated out of the grave, and that is where we find ourselves now. Outside the open gate, the Sarkash, the twisted black branches rise above you in a very dense canopy. Actually, you know what? Let's do this first, too. Why don't we just do a round table and remind everybody who is who? Just briefly, because I know it's been some time. So let's start with, let's go top left. Let's start with Nagel. So who is Nagel? Just briefly. Nagel doesn't know.
Let's see. Oops.
Oh, you're rolling D6s to find
God.
out?
Roll tables. She is a worried, long, scraggly-haired hermit, and there's at least one cockroach in her scraggly hair, which Harga eyes sometimes. She's constantly losing and forgetting things, and she has a cool book in her possession. Because I guess that my characters love books.
Yeah, I don't think... Did we reveal what that book did? I think I might have brought it up in the last session, but...
Probably,
you
but I
failed
didn't...
the roll.
Okay.
You failed the roll. Yeah, like a lot of Mork Borg items, there's pros and cons to a lot of these powerful things. Hers is... I believe it's like a flip of a coin, essentially, right? Or no, it's like it's a D6 roll, and then... half one way is one result, half the other way is another result. I think. Something like that.
I think so.
Alright, so that is Nagel. Nifel, let's hear about this dead god's prophet, and who does he worship?
Nephel worships Nost, the Herald of Panic. And then at one point, before I guess being slain by my followers, I had quite a few where I burned the heretics who worship the basilisk She. I wear bizarre arrangements of garments and scraps that make me look like a parody of a king or queen. And during the last adventure, I got some bonus swag.
Yep.
I also have this really sweet eye patch.
That's
that I
right.
just switch from eye to eye.
You got the silk outfit, right?
Yeah, and I have pieces of it on. I definitely upped my game a little bit. My teeth are also rotting so bad that I get bonuses on people trying to attack me.
Really? Did we account
Yeah.
for those all the time?
Like half the time.
Okay,
Yeah, I
okay.
forgot
Yeah,
them a
you'll have
lot.
to remind me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna forget all those little bonuses.
And I'm cruel and arrogant, and my best friend is Avant.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Arvant, the skull who speaks to only you.
And I hate She. That's about it.
Okay,
That's me.
so
It's
let's talk
Nephel.
about one of the most interesting looking characters I think we have. Abhorred denies the flesh, also one of the most interesting names. So tell us about Abe.
Yeah, so Abe is a pale one who is vindictive and egocentric. The mask he wears on his face is made out of the shell of the egg he was hatched in. And the reason he wears a mask is because he picks his nose so bad that he bleeds.
Yeah.
And
He's got to remove the mask, I guess, every now and again.
Just to get that
fresh
air.
booger. Yeah, get that booger. Yeah.
And he eats
one.
dirt.
Oh, he eats dirt.
Yeah.
Interesting. I forgot about that.
Everywhere is a feast.
Yeah, and for everybody in the chat, pale ones. So really in Mork Borg, everybody's essentially a human, more or less. A pale one is sort of like an unknown, indescribable being. Like, did they come from the stars? Did they come from some black pit? Nobody really knows. So, yeah, he was born in a swamp from a bog witch or a bog hag, something like that.
Oh yeah, bog.
All right, let's talk about Harga, YouTube's fan favorite, or so the comments tell me.
Harga, man, she sure does love her drugs. She's constantly worried about everything. She is super chubs.
Super chubs, like not ghoul chub, right?
No,
different chub.
She is one Harga width, which has issues sometimes. She loves eating bugs, and she murdered her nephew because she snapped, and he's an asshole.
Yeah, he was quite the asshole. So maybe we can we have one metric dude in Dark Kingdoms now. Maybe we have one metric Harga as a Mork Borg measurement, I guess, something like that.
Yeah, a width measurement. I like
A width measurement? Yeah. So when you guys
Yeah,
ask me
that's what
how narrow is the corridor, 1 metric Harga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let us begin. So as I mentioned, you guys stepped out of the grave. The air immediately changed. The fog dissipated into the dark forest. It is night. You can just barely see it, the moon peeking through the canopy of trees. But it is a moon that feels as normal as you remember before entering the grave. So you do know you are out of Graven Tosk. However, when you were standing there, catching your breath, finding your goods in the dirt, in the debris, you heard the creak of a wagon wheel. And eventually, the sound revealed itself coming from a mysterious wagon driver. So the first thing you saw was a very emaciated white horse come down this path through the trees. And then the driver, who is an interesting looking fellow to say the least. You can see him now on the screen. There's a dimly lit lantern hanging off the top of the wagon, and he has luminescent eyes himself, and he directed them toward you, stopping, and merely uttered, "It seems this dying world is not done with you yet." And he's just regarding you quietly after that. The horse is completely still, almost lifeless at this point, but it is still standing upright. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna reach out and try to touch the horse.
Okay. So you approach the horse, and it still does not move. Its flesh is very, very cold.
Well, it's here at least. You're not born of my imagination. What do you do?
I am a simple merchant, traveling these lands.
Ah. Well. And she hefts the bulging sack from off her shoulder.
Uh-huh.
And dicks around it.
Okay.
It takes her a minute, so someone else can stand up.
Okay. It is not often that people leave the graveyard. How did you manage it? Oh, you guys are rolling bulging sacks.
Yeah, not 20 on that bulging sack. Just saying.
It is quite impressive.
I am.
We're so distracted.
Yeah, I know. You guys are like standing there, just like not paying attention at
We're
all.
just giggling at bulging sack.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well. And she finally gets down to the bottom of it and grabs a handful of silver and she says, "What have you?"
I have many items. Are you looking for something ordinary or something unordinary?
I'm quite hungry.
You're hungry?
Yes.
I can't help you there, unfortunately. I may be able to direct you to one who can feed you. Or you can hunt, although you don't look like one who hunts.
Yeah. And she looks over her shoulder at the others. Well.
I will also buy things that have more value than mere coin. If any of you have found items of such power in the grave, I am willing to pay you in pieces of your soul.
Abe's gonna go ahead and pull out the scroll that he found and kind of show it to him and ask, "What would this get me?"
The scroll?
Yeah.
And remind me which one it is?
The Tongue of Eris.
The Tongue of Eris. Okay, let's see. I have no use for this scroll. I sense something else on your person. Something darker. Something more powerful. I would pay you for that. So I'll explain to you guys how this works mechanically. So if you give him, or if you decide to sell him a magical artifact. It's gonna have to be something, you know, a little bit more interesting than a scroll or something ordinary like that. He will give you a portion of your soul. And the way that works is you roll a d6 on the table. And that, whatever that result is, so like a 1 is strength, 2 is presence, 3 agility, 4 is toughness, 5 is maximum hit points. If you get a 6, you get to roll twice on the table. And that will, so in essence, if you were to roll a 3, and that would be agility, you would get a +1 agility in exchange for this item. And it works inversely as well. So he has, like he said, some mysterious, dangerous items in his possession. And if you wish to purchase one, you also roll on that table. However, what you get will, whatever ability you get will give you a -1. So that's how it works mechanically.
Jess also got a bless.
Oh, Jess got a bless. Thank you for the bless. I will update that right now. Yeah, she's only got 1. Oh yeah, maybe I should talk about that. Because it's been a little while. So we don't use shields in this game. We use what are called omens. And omens are described in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. So they're pretty cool little things. The player, it's designated in white on the overlay here. So Jess has 0 out of 4, Nifel has 0 out of 3. The players roll this every night or every morning and roll a d4 and they'll see, or a d3 or a d2 in Janelle's case, to see how many they get for the day. But I will update the blesses and banes work the same as in all of the D&D games. Let's see if I'm updating the correct one. Yeah, I updated it. Okay, so you guys are standing here. He explained his terms. He explained that he has a few general items that might be of use. But right now he's dealing mostly in strange artifacts, either purchasing or selling.
I have this. And I pull out that fist-sized ruby that I took from, I think, one of those eyes that I was poking.
Okay. He looks it over. This is worth much coin. However, there is no magical property to it. So I can give you silver if you wish for that.
Plenty of silver.
Okay, so you tuck that away. What about anybody else? Is anybody else interested in dealing with this merchant? Or would like to do anything else other than deal with this merchant? Like, I think Drow said, wanted to
Kill it and take the wagon.
kill the driver and steal the goods.
Yep. Sounds like Drow.
Yeah, it does sound like Drow. Oh, wait, what, do we get other? Oh,
2 more omens, yeah.
Cool, cool. Thank you. So, Nifel and Nagel. All right, I will update that.
Thank you.
So we got 1 for Nagel. 1 for Nifel. So as you guys are standing here, very much in the real world, because you feel ravenously hungry all of a sudden. You feel weak. You have not slept since you woke in the grave. And you know that you're going to need to find somewhere to sleep very, very soon. As you guys are... Sorry, go ahead.
Nope. Go ahead.
No? Okay. Well, I have others to seek if you are through. If you have no items to sell or souls to give, I will be on my way.
Where? The food. Which
Food?
way?
If you head to the east, and he kind of gestures in a direction that you hope is east. It's hard to tell because the forest is so dark, and I guess, Harga, you grew up, you kind of live in the Sarkash, and Nagel too, so you guys, I would say you more or less know your way around to a degree. I'm not saying you can go wherever you want to, because as you know, the Sarkash has very the paths seem to twist and bend and loop back in mysterious ways that don't seem quite right, almost like a labyrinth. So he points in that direction, and he says, there is an old man in a tower, an old ruin. He may have something for you. And he, without even saying anything to the horse or using his reins, the horse just kind of starts walking forward. Very slowly, not eastward, until he completely disappears into the forest. And you guys are all standing there alone now.
Did he sell anything for silver?
Yeah, he said he had sort of like random odds and ends, and then he had some, things that he would pay souls for or take souls for.
What if I chase him down and ask what he sells for silver?
You want to chase him down?
Or like rewind. I got a lot of silver and I might need stuff. I don't know.
Okay. All right. We'll rewind it, I guess.
Sorry for breaking the dramatic.
Whatever. He rewinds back.
He slowly
rolls backward. Yeah. All right. So, what do you seek for your coin?
What do you have? You don't have food. You have
I have
supplies?
no food. I have no need for food. So forgive me if I forget to carry it.
Supplies, weapons, any
I
kind
have
of...
a blade or two.
How much for a blade?
What kind? Dagger? Sword?
Sword.
A sword. He closes his eyes momentarily and then opens them again. And he reaches on the bench beside him that you guys can't quite see because of the height of it. And he holds up a sword. It's kind of old and very used. There's chinks in the blade, but it seems very serviceable. And he says, 30 silver.
You have any crossbow?
Crossbow.
And arrow?
So he does the same thing. Seems to pull it up almost magically. And he says, 40 silver for the crossbow.
And the arrow?
10 silver for 10 bolts.
Deal.
Deal. Okay. You hand him the silver, and the crossbow just kind of materializes in your hands. He doesn't move a muscle. So, you lost 50 silver.
I did.
Okay.
Do you have any more bolts? I have a crossbow.
Yes. 10 silver. Or 1 silver per bolt.
Well, I'll take the 10.
Okay. So, you now have 10 more bolts.
Have a shield or any armor?
Shield. I have a shield. It is, let's see. How much are shields? Where are they? Shield's got to be worth a lot, right? Ah, here we are. 20 silver.
Yeah.
You want to buy it?
Yes, I will take that.
Hey, McGlinlock, thanks. 20 silver. You're right. Okay, so again, you hand over the silver, and now you have a shield. Sort of a wooden shield, reinforced with iron.
Is that in the items section?
I think it's just shield. I don't think there's an actual specific one, but yeah, it should be. And the way that works is it's -1 damage.
You can just add that as
Can't think of anything else I might need.
Okay.
How much silver would he offer me for that fist-sized ruby? Just saying.
Let's see. This size ruby. That would be massive. Let me roll something. $150 silver.
Nah, it's okay. I'll hold on to the ruby.
Okay. Janelle's face is tripping out, drow. All right. Is there any other business you would like to deal with the merchant?
After pacing nervously and just kind of fiddling it with it in his hands, Abe's going to go ahead and show him the flute.
Ah. So when you show him the flute, his eyes glow brighter and his mouth kind of goes slack, and he says, "Yes, that is what I seek."
Mother would be so mad at me, but maybe Mother doesn't deserve my love.
I love it. Worried about his mom even in the dying world.
Didn't he kill his mom?
No,
she killed him. She buried him underneath a tree submerged in the swamp. So, do you want to deal with the merchant and this flute? And I'll remind you how it works. Basically, you roll a d6. Depending on 1 through 5 will give you a +1 on one of the abilities, depending on where the die lands. A roll of 6 will allow you to roll twice on the chart. So you could potentially get bonuses on 2.
I'm going to do it.
Okay, awesome. All right, you hand over the flute. And he actually reaches his hands out for this, whereas he didn't with the other items. And he holds it, and upon contact, you feel something move through your body. like a just spectral, ghostly sensation. So what I need you to do now is roll me a d6, and we shall see what happens.
Oh God.
A 2. Okay, so you get a +1 in presence for this. Any more business?
What?
Be on your way. Oh, wait. Come back again.
Wait,
Roll
come
it
back.
Walk
Roll
slowly
it back.
backwards one more time. I was just gonna ask. So say say someone was interested in selling, I don't know, like a soul or something.
Ah, yes.
What do you offer in return?
What do I have? Let me see. I'm actually going to roll for this as well. But you guys can't see the table, so it doesn't matter that much. Let's see what he is carrying. You guys are in Svealand. I'm not sure of the pronunciation, but let's do this. So it is a...
I've got this.
I have a vial. It grows hot when goblins are about. And if you add a drop of blood to it, it will lead you to the goblin that cursed you. So, fun fact, everybody. Goblins are not goblins in most games in this game. So the way goblins work, because I think it's pretty interesting, and the players would know this anyway, most likely. At least Nagel and Harga. If a goblin attacks you, so a goblin is not a goblin. A goblin is actually a cursed entity who has, it's this just never-ending curse. And when a goblin attacks you, they do not even have to hit you. When they initiate you in combat, you are cursed until you kill this goblin. And I believe it's a d6 you roll. And that is how many days you have to find this goblin before you yourself become one. So goblins aren't like just little sort of level 1 enemies. They're not particularly strong, but they have this curse. I believe it's d6. Let me see really quick. So this is actually a pretty useful item. Basically, if you had it, it'll alert you when goblins are nearby, as well as lead you to the one. Once you are cursed, you can put a drop of your blood into it, and it will lead you to the goblin that cursed you, so you can hopefully kill them before becoming a goblin yourself. Oh, and one thing, I'm not sure, I know a lot of you guys have read the book, but another unique thing about Mork Borg is creatures are actually worth money. So dead, alive, certain body parts. So for example, a goblin, if you have a goblin head, somebody might pay 7 silver for it. Captured is 150 silver. A dead goblin is 20 silver. So this is essentially for every single monster in the game. They all have different silver values though. But just so you know, in case you come across some creatures and want to carry around some body parts or try to capture one. But yeah, that is how the goblin's curse works. Yeah, hit or miss, it doesn't matter. In the dark of Sarkash, they shoot at passers-by with twanging bows. You must find and kill the goblin before your mind is paralyzed. Yeah, and the curse-carrying creature still lives. If the curse still lives, d6 days after the attack, you will warp into one yourself. So, a bit of lore that I believe all of you would have known. So, keep that in mind.
Interesting. But I have not been attacked by a goblin yet, so I think I'll keep my soul today.
Very well. The Sawcash is teeming with them. But
Great.
then but then he waits a moment longer to see if you guys say anything else, doesn't hear anything, and so he
Wait. So what was the deal with selling our soul? We have to roll to see which stack.
Correct. Yes, and remember, if you roll a 6, you got to roll 2d6. So it could potentially, it works negatively, like the inverse of what Abe did. So he got a bonus, he got a +1, you will get a -1. But just keep in mind, if you roll a 6, you got to roll it twice, and so you have the potential, well, at that point, you would get a negative on 2 ability scores randomly.
I'll take it. Why not?
Really? Okay. All right, why
So I
don't
just
you
roll a d6?
Yeah, roll me a d6 and pray you don't get a d6 or a 6. Oh, you got a 1.
So then I don't have to give up anything. I ate it for free.
No, the 1 is strength. -1 to strength. So he hands you over this vial full of black fluid. Actually, sorry, it's not full of anything. You put blood in it, that's right.
Is this an actual item in the compendium, or is it just something I should add in?
No, I will. Yeah, add it in. Yeah, it's not in the
Okay.
compendium. Yeah, it's in a separate.
And what is this called? Just goblin vial?
Vial of goblin ichor.
McGlintlock says goblin goo.
Goblin
so
goo.
It's canon.
Goblin goo is
Alright.
canon.
Official name now.
Goblin goo.
Yep.
And it is miscellaneous. It's a miscellaneous.
Mhm.
Boom. Goblin goo. Thanks, McGlintlock. It's all about that goo.
All right, so are you in fact done with this entity now? Maybe.
Don't drive fast.
He doesn't.
Meta, do you guys have room in your pockets for stuff? Or
I
are we
have-
pretty much full now?
I have a backpack. I can still hold. Shit, how many things am I holding now? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
5,
make sure to keep
6.
track of your inventory because it is a thing in this game. You can only hold so much
Yeah. I
before
don't-
actually
this-
suffering penalties. I think the character McGlintlock knows. The character sheet deals with that.
So I think the max that I can hold is it's
Twice a
being very
carry.
weird. I don't know. It's 8 plus strength, which is 0 now, or
So
strength plus
8.
8. So I have 8 plus a backpack, which holds 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, that's not math that I can. It's 15. No, 8 plus 7 is 15.
That is correct.
Right, but it says carrying 17/8 and in container 7/7. So I don't understand what it's pulling the.
Oh. So he's saying there is a carrying capacity, strength, also container space.
Yeah. But so what does 17 out of 8 mean?
I guess that means, is that your... Yeah, that's because it's your 8 plus 7 is... Oh, I don't know what the 17 comes from, though.
Exactly.
I think you can only carry twice your capacity.
Well, I can carry 8, and I have a backpack that holds 7.
Oh,
so
yeah, you can
this would
carry
be
your
15.
strength plus 8. Yeah. After that, yeah.
So I don't know why it's 17 out of 8. Regardless, I'll just have less than 15 items, but I do have room for a couple.
That's what's weird because, yeah, it's impossible to carry more than twice strength plus 8. According to the rule.
So I have 10 plus my backpack. So technically, My backpack. Well, if I have 10 items, then I'm only holding 3, plus my backpack is full, so I have room for like 5 more items.
Because I may have been perusing the item list of things that we could purchase because I had no idea what is even available. And there's something called a medicine box that he might have.
Medicine box. Let's see.
Shopping
15.
episode.
Stops bleeding,
Yeah,
infection, and D6 hit points. Presence plus 4 uses. Okay.
Do I have
You want one of
exactly-
those?
If he has one. But I don't really have the capacity to carry things because
Ah,
I'm the lady that makes potions,
that's right.
which means I have to have carrying capacity for potions to make.
And you don't have any more of those like plus
one of
one
each.
potions, do you?
I have one of those and one of the Mork meth.
Oh shit! You have one of those left where you'll like
Yeah.
all your abilities will get plus 1, plus 1.
No, yeah.
No, that was which one was the Mork meth and which was Mork coke?
So, funny enough,
Mork meth,
one of
yeah.
them, the
Mork
Mork.
blow, Mork blower,
Yeah, that's
Mork
right.
blow.
Mork
That's
blow,
right.
yeah.
That morning I had made exactly that, but it only lasts 24 hours.
Hmm.
But then we found the things. And I think everybody drank one of those.
Okay. I wasn't sure how you guys distribute those, so.
Let's see.
Well, I did use
Yeah.
my Merc blow. I don't think I used any Merc meth.
Okey
Does,
doke.
does this guy have a backpack? Sell backpacks?
Sell
Like a sweet
backpacks.
Jan
Why don't you
sport.
roll
No,
me?
Mercs.
It's
Why
a
don't you-
Fjallraven.
Why don't you
or
roll
whatever.
me a D?
Yeah.
Swedish.
Roll me a D20 and let's see what happens.
Okay. Let's
Merc
do
sport.
a D20. Oh.
Ah, he does have a backpack.
Yes, I will.
You would
Buy
like to
one.
purchase a backpack.
I would.
6 silver.
Okay. I will do that.
If I could roll as good in the game as I do in chat tonight, that would be amazing.
I know you've got
18!
a few 20s.
I got back-to-back 20s.
Man. Okay. Anyone else?
Babe, do you have room in your pockets for a medicine box? I'll buy it for you.
So my carrying capacity says 6 out of 9, but my in container is only 2 out of 10. So yes.
Okie doke. If he has a medicine box, I'm gonna buy it for Abe.
I have room too. I got room.
Yes, but you're already well. Yeah.
No, I still have 5 spaces.
Yeah, and I just bought a backpack, so I got some space now.
buy 2 then if he has them.
2?
Yeah.
Oh. Roll me a D20.
Alright.
Roll me a D20.
He doesn't
Ooh.
have any.
Yeah, he has no medicine boxes.
Cool.
Aw.
Good conversation. Save my silver for food later.
Yeah. Okay. So, you guys do your exchanges, and he looks forward, but then he pauses and turns back to you, and he kind of sniffs. He goes, you smell like me. And then he just kind of walks off, or the horse walks away, pulling the wagon, disappearing into the dark trees of Sarkach. And again, you guys stand on a path. Oh, hey, thanks for the sub. Look at that.
Hey, Phoenix, how's it going? Oh, yay! Gave a sub to my wife. Thank you.
Oh.
She doesn't watch it anyway. It's fine.
It's just for the support. It's just for the support.
There you go.
Oh.
Okay. So you guys are standing here, weary, very, very hungry, strangely hungry. And you don't know if it's just the long, long night that have caught up with you or something else. What would you like to do as you stand on this now empty road?
Go over to Nagel's hair and start digging.
Okay. So yeah, if you would allow her to do this, that's fine. If you want
Yes.
to,
It
you do?
feels good. I like
Yeah.
it. I like hair play.
Scritch, scritch. Scritch, scritch, catch.
Oh yeah, and I wasn't sure if you guys remember, but Roach, he kind of just bailed. He saw all of his cockroaches kind of scurry off into the underbrush, and he went after them, and is no longer anywhere to be seen. So
That won't take me over very long. Let's go.
all right,
Wraps her sack over her shoulder and shuffles.
start going
Apes.
east.
It's going east.
Okay.
Abe's gonna crouch down real quick. Since
Okay.
he's hungry, just kind of scoop up dirt in his mask and just put it back on.
All right.
Snacking on the go.
You
So
put M&Ms inside your mask and eat them.
was that a pale one trait, or is that something you rolled as like one of those weird Mork Borg character traits?
That was a character trait.
So it was a roll table thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
normal food makes me sick. So
Oh
I can only
shit,
eat
so you
dirt.
just eat dirt? Man, you
Yeah.
were definitely made for this world.
Can pee and eat anywhere.
All right, so you guys are traveling down this path. You think it's a path. Why don't Harga or Nagel, anyone, why don't you guys roll me a presence check? You guys can all roll it if you wish. It's going to be easier for Nagel and Harga because they're familiar with this area.
And then bless it.
Somewhat. You're going to bless it. Okay, you're going to bless.
Cool.
12. Okay.
So, 15 total.
Okay. So let me remove that bless. And so you're down to 4 blesses. You seem to find a clear path. The only sounds you hear are the sounds of the forest. Let's see if that updated. Yeah, it updated. All right, cool. But as you guys make your way a little bit farther, maybe half a mile or so, you hear in the brush, you hear kind of a moaning sound. It's very raspy, it's very weak. And it's coming to your right, the right side of the path. And as you continue forward, it becomes louder and louder. You begin to hear the snapping of twigs, the rustle of leaves. And you can start to make out the voice. Food. So hungry. And it just repeats that over and over and over again. You don't see anything yet. Do you guys want to just continue moving on or investigate?
Wide berth.
Wide
Yeah.
berth?
So we are also hungry, and I have none to spare for him.
Also don't want to get eaten.
It's a goblin.
It's a goblin. Ready
Yeah.
to curse you. Good thing
Hey.
you bought it. All right, so as you guys pass by the sound, though, you do catch a glimpse of something, and it is very pale flesh. You see the spine and ribs just breach the surface of the foliage, and you see a hand reach out and then drop, a very bony hand and drop. But you continue onward and hear nothing else until let us change up the map. Give me 1 second. I will add all of you guys to it. What's the marching order?
I'm probably in front because
You're leading?
I
Okay.
rolled to find things.
Evil Andy with a resub.
Yee.
Welcome, Evil
Mama Guac
Andy.
as well. I don't know if you saw that one.
Oh, nice. Mama Guac. Thank you. So Harga's in the lead. Who's after that? Who's next?
I'll take second.
Okay. Nifel is next.
Guess I'll go third.
Third, and then Abe is
I'll be
Picking up-
behind snacking.
picking up dirt. All right, so let me load up a map here. Hopefully this works. I just updated Foundry to 0.8.8, I think, so I'm hoping my modules don't just completely... Oh, there we are.
Always happy to see him now. Good.
Can you guys all see where you are? Oh shit. Don't see that. Are you guys all loaded up in the map?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am.
Let me reset the fog of war really quick because I think I screwed up. Okay. All right. So let me get on the stream. All right. So while you guys are walking on this path, you see a glimmer of light, and you take off that way. And what you see as you move forward up this path, and I shall zoom out so people can see what's going on here. You see a tower. It's a ruined tower, kind of up on this slight rise of land. And it is reaching far beyond the treetops. And it's almost as if these trees are strangling it. These branches just very tightly wrapped around it. And in front of this, leading up to this tower, are these two stone walls that are approximately 10 to 12 feet tall. And atop atop these two walls, leading to this tower, are skulls running along the top. So that is what you see. That is where you are. What would you like to do? Thanks, Drow.
That's what I would call welcoming. But that's all we have, I guess. She approaches slowly.
Okay. So go ahead and move your token where you'd like to be on the map. So yeah, you get closer and you do in fact see that these are human skulls lining the top of these walls here. And I'll zoom in a little bit tighter so people can see. There's a path between it. It's just old stone, kind of covered with moss and dirt. And you can vaguely see a door. There's still a bit of fog, a bit of mist lurking about this place, so you don't hear anything, you don't see anything out of the ordinary aside from the two walls that are topped with skulls.
That's a lot of skulls.
It's alright, you'll be fine, Arvant.
I start making my way up.
Okay. As you move your way up, you see a light at the just below the tree line, actually. It's pretty high up, and it is coming dead center, essentially, right above the walkway, above the door. You see also that there is a very heavy iron door on this tower, the stone tower.
Hello? Anyone there?
Go away!
The merchant sent us.
Who?
The merchant.
Come closer.
She
I can't see you from far away. Come closer.
She pauses and considers. And
Yeah,
her
you don't
stomach
see
rumbles.
anything yet. You just hear this voice coming from, near where the light source is. Yeah.
Her stomach rumbles and she goes, "Mm." And she starts making her way slowly towards the door.
Okay. So as you do, you can see this door. It's very plain. It's unadorned, but it is heavy. It is made of iron. You smell like the dead. You do. You cursed. You are. You have come to the right place, though. Yes, you have. Oh, you have. You cursed, cursed soul. However, for me to help you, I seek something from where you came. The grave. Do you have anything from the grave? A bone, perhaps, of bits of cloth? Something more interesting, something darker? Or if you are very, very good, a piece of your flesh that touched the earth where you were buried.
I have probably a piece of the noose.
The one
when I
is it the
woke
one
up.
you cut?
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna kind of hold that up and show it. Okay, it's kind of silent for a bit. Where are the rest of you guys? Are you guys hanging back, just kind of vaguely hearing this voice?
Yeah.
Okay, keeping your distance. So when this happens, that'll do. And you see this. It appears to be a basket. It is being lowered down very slowly on a rope. And as it comes into view about eye level, you see that it is made of what appear to be animal bones. Put it in here.
Drop it in.
Okay. You put it in, and the basket rises and rises and rises, disappears over this ledge. Drow, it's funny. When I was writing this, that's exactly what I was thinking. I started making it a regular basket, and I was like, nah, it's got to be Mork Borg basket. But bonus points for the joke. It puts the noose in the basket. Puts the noose on its skin. Okay. Don't think I can't see your friends out there. You and you alone are allowed inside. No one else unless they too give me a gift of Grevin Tusk.
Well. Just
And
a
you,
moment.
okay. Are you going to wait? Okay.
I'm gonna go back to them and let them know what's happening.
Okay. So she explains to you all of this. Oh, it's break time.
Exactly.
You want to take a break? Or do you want to go through the RP a little bit?
Sure, no, let's break it and come back to figure out what this
All
old
right.
fool wants.
We will take a quick break, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Welcome back to Mork Borg Arc number 2, Gorge. All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
You can stop the apocalypse. can stop the apocalypse. Can stop the apocalypse.
We are back, everybody, for some more Mork Borg. Quick recap. So the characters made their way out of Graventosk, encountered a strange merchant whom they did a little bit of business with. He had to rewind, but he's a nice guy, so decided it was okay. And I believe, Abe, you traded your mother's horn for, or flute or whatever it was, for a bonus in presence, I believe. So you got an extra fragment of your soul that I guess was missing. And then Nefel traded for a goblin vial, which will alert you of any nearby goblins, as well as if you become cursed, you can put your cursed blood in it, and it will lead you to the one that that cursed you, so you can kill it before your D6 days run out. And the merchant told them of someone who might be able to help them because their bellies are rumbling. And so they made their way east through the Sarkash, finding a large ruined tower rising up into the treetops. And the entryway is flanked by these two walls topped with skulls. Harga has approached an old man, presumably, was screaming down at her, asking for something from Graventosk for her to enter. And the rest of the players are in the back, just eavesdropping. So that's where we are. What would you guys like to do?
He says he can help us, but he needs something from the graveyard.
Sounds like a weirdo.
I heard that. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't hear that.
I didn't bring anything with me from Graventosk. Maybe a lantern, that's all I have. He's not getting this fucking ruby.
I'll be inside. Turns, starts walking towards the door.
Okay, you walk toward the door and you hear a click, and it opens, not all the way, just enough for you to enter. So let me unlock it for you. I need like 3 monitors, I swear. Okay. Alright, you should be able to enter. And then the door closes behind you. So you see Harga vanish into this tower through this iron door.
God damn it.
Well, he did, he mentioned cloth. He mentioned flesh. if you are appearing very generous.
There's the clothing you're wearing.
Yeah, you do have your outfit.
Yes, and it is mine, God damn it.
Just cut a little bit off.
I'm not giving away my silk duds.
Ruins the aesthetic. What do you two have?
I think I might still have a boob skin. I think.
Ah, you do have the boob skin. That's right.
It counts for two. If Haga was a real friend, she would just kill him and open the fucking door, but apparently she's not.
Find the food first.
Priorities.
Would that scroll I found at the end count as something I found in Graven Tusk?
Maybe you can try to give it to him.
So Abe's gonna approach the door.
Okay. Ah, another. You know what I need. Something from Graven Tusk. And
Would you
again,
accept-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. Oh, would you accept this scroll?
Let me have a look. Don't worry, you can trust me. And you see this basket made of animal bones lower down. Do you place the scroll in the basket?
Yes.
Okay, you do so. And it slowly rises back to the window, disappears. And after a moment here, this will suffice. You may enter. So you hear a click. And you should be able to click on the door and go inside. There you go. And it closes again. And I'll move on to Harga. So let me move my token in here so people can see what is inside. So you enter this room. And it is very circular, just like the exterior. However, it's not very well furnished. On the opposite, the northern wall, more or less, is a hearth, and it is burning weakly. It's the only illumination that you can see of in here. There's also a small desk off to the northeastern wall, with a book on it, overturned bottle, more or less what you see here. There's just some hay and twigs scattered about. But what is most interesting is the man before you. This man is almost impossible to see. He is in a cage. A circular cage. Almost like those ones that they leave people out in to rot and die, essentially. But the one differentiator here is that the slats are very, very narrow. So it's almost like a screen door in a way. And you see a massive chain rising up. And as you follow that chain up with your gaze, you see that there are shelves upon shelves upon shelves that are just circling, going around the circumference of the interior of this tower, which is very, very tall. You can't even really see the top. It's just so dark up there. But what you do see is that these shelves are caged as well. They seem to be protected. But you can catch small glints of glass, which may be jars. And you see what appear to be other cages and other containers of various things in there. And so this man is in a cage. And as you enter, you hear like a cranking sound. And he lifts up off the ground. about 10 feet or so. And you hear a rattling sound in there. And you see just flesh kind of, like his hands pressing against the interior of this cage.
You smell like the dead. Quick, put these on.
And what he does is, you can't really see that there's an opening here, but a little hatch swings outward. And he tosses something out of it, closes it back quickly. And they appear to be these necklaces. And they're on the ground right beneath him.
Okay. I go and pick up one of the necklaces. What does it look like?
You pick it up, and it's made of, it looks like rat skulls.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do I have any idea what this thing does?
You? No.
Put it on, put it on.
Do you have food?
They will find you. My walls won't keep them out forever. You smell like the dead.
Right.
Okay, you put it on. You feel absolutely nothing.
Good. Now you, strange one, whose face I cannot see. Put it on. You too smell like the dead.
Abe's gonna go ahead and put it on.
Okay, you put it on and you feel nothing.
All right. Did you convince your friends? Or are they going to perish outside these walls?
We were just told you might have food.
Oh, I have food. You're hungry, are you?
Always.
So many people around here lately are hungry. So hungry. Unable to fill their bellies. One moment.
And you hear the crank again, and he just disappears up into the darkness. All right, so I'm going to move back quickly to Nefel and Nagel, who are on the exterior. Which I'm going to duplicate my token so I can show the map. Yeah, there we go. So you guys are still standing out here. Both of your companions have entered, and it is currently quiet, except for the sounds of the forest.
Are you giving him your boob?
Quote of the night. Quote of the night.
I guess I don't need it anymore. And I'll move forward.
Is the boob empty?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all empty. That's right. You fed the baby.
I had to feed
You fed
the baby.
The baby. All right. So, as you approach,
You. What do you have for me?
I have a boob skin.
What in Necrobell's name is a boob skin? No matter. If it's from
lower your
Gravitas,
basket.
I will know. I will know.
and you see the basket of bones lower down to you.
Okay, I'm gonna drop the boob skin in the bone basket.
Okay. You do so. It rises up. You don't hear any response. You just hear kind of a giggle, like a
Fucking boob.
and then you hear a click. The door unlocks in front of you, and you are free to enter.
I'll just look at Nefel and disappear behind the door.
Boob skin accepted. All right, well, I'm gonna move you inside then.
You, boy, why do you paint your face? You have such a lovely jawline. It would look great upon my wall. Linger any longer, and it may end up there. The choice is yours.
Shut your mouth, old man. Just take this.
So anything from Graven Tusk,
Yeah,
right?
anything. Yeah.
All right, I offer the staff of the basilisk she.
What was the staff of the? Oh, that's right. It was from that the priest you
From
killed,
that
right?
priest, but it was in Graven Tusk.
It was an engraven tusk. All right. He lowers the basket. He takes it back up.
Good enough.
And the door unlocks. And you are free to enter. If you wish. Okay, so you enter, and you guys all heard this. The door clicks closed and locks behind you. And let me select my other token. Why can't I do this? Hang on. All right, there we go. There we go. I got too many tokens. Okay. So you guys are in here. You guys, as I said, what I described the room looked like. There is just shelves upon shelves circling the room. However, they are about 10 to 12 feet off the ground. There's no ladders or anything like that you can see of. But seeing this guy in this cage, who is actually lowering down at this moment, and you just smell delicious, delicious food. And he lowers down, and the scent becomes stronger and stronger.
I suppose there's enough here. Not sure it'll fill your bellies, but we shall see.
And a hatch opens on this thing, and he lowers down a platter of food. He lowers it all the way to the ground, and it kind of clatters on the stone. It doesn't look to be that appetizing, and upon closer inspection, it looks to be dead squirrels, dead rats. Skinned and cooked, though. But for some reason, they look absolutely delicious to you right now.
Argo will rush forward and begin.
All right, there's a collection of rodents, cooked rodents. All right, you start eating, and your hunger is satiated to a degree. However, there's just this lingering feeling inside you that you're not quite full, but you are, like I said, satiated enough at this moment. So yeah, you guys see Harga rush forward, starting just to devour, I don't know, a rat, a squirrel, whatever. There's a mound of them. It's like Thanksgiving rodent platter.
Thanksgiving's rodent platter.
Yeah.
Classic rodent platter.
Yeah.
Something Happy Gilmore.
It's the real ratatouille. That's what this is.
But
And then while you guys are eating, the hatch opens again, and
you two, new ones, put these on quickly.
And he just tosses these necklaces. And you have noticed that Harga and Abe are wearing these, made of rat skulls.
why?
Because you smell like Graven Tusk. And there are
like
ones
shit.
who seek those from the grave. You're actually quite a commodity. Alive, you're worth quite a bit to cultists, necromancers, kings, perhaps. The choice is yours. I cannot save you if they come.
And this can.
Temporarily.
All right, I put it on.
Okay, you put it on. You don't feel anything.
I'm shocked by this.
I'm gonna put mine on too.
Okay, you guys put this on.
I can give you one night here and one night only. There are sleeping quarters on the eastern door. Or you can stay in here.
This bed.
Just so I can tell,
Yes.
is there enough space between the bars to fit a sword?
You could, yeah, I would say so. Yeah, if you have it like this way, they're very. It's almost like, I mean, think of it somewhat like the cage in Dark Kingdoms, right? Wasn't that was like really narrow screen like?
Yeah, narrow enough.
Yeah. So yeah, you could fit one. Yeah, if you tilt it on its side, and you could for sure.
Alright. Just asking. Just so I know.
Just asking. It appears as so. And he, like I said, he's in this cage with a chain that's leading up in the darkness, and he's still elevated above your heads.
Don't start eating.
Okay, you start eating, and just like Harga, you guys sit there and you ravenously munch these down, but it doesn't seem to be enough. You are mildly satiated, but there's still that hunger biting at you.
Why are you in a cage?
'Cause I am no fool. Protect me from the likes of your kind. I have not lived 89.5 years. To know danger. So, that is why I'm in a cage. Many of your kind come by my tower. That is why I took up residence here. You see, I have an interest in Graven Tusk. All of these things around you arrayed behind the cages, on the shelves, are artifacts. And soon I will solve its puzzle. I will gain its power. And you four have given me just what I need to get a little closer.
So he's in a cage.
Yes.
And all the stuff that he needs is on the shelves in front of us right now.
Yep. But remember, so these shelves are they're going all the way around. They are closed off. There are cages on these shelves as well. They're all protected. And the shelves start about 10 to 12 feet up, and there's no ladders that you can think of. I mean, granted, you could figure out a way to climb up if you wanted to do that, but...
All right.
I also have more than food for your bellies. Is there anything you need? Supplies? Weapons? Because I'll tell you now, it will be a perilous road where you need to go next.
Not.
People are looking for you at this very moment. You may have escaped the grave, but you have not escaped to safety yet. You have curses
What?
upon you. Graven Tusk always remembers. You can't smell yourselves, but I can. And others have tools to find you. Lucky for you, they wish to capture you alive. Dead is a little bit less coin in their purse, but some don't need it, some do. But what I've given you should mask this stench for one night. Hopefully.
Why help us?
Why help you? Well, you helped me, of course. You gave me items that are very hard to come by. Very few enter the grave and come out of it.
So it's just a tit for tat.
If you would like to think of it as such. There is a special place in my black heart for ones who have been reborn. You may be cursed, but you have the touch of the grave. And that I envy. If I wasn't such a coward, I would venture there myself. These old bones just aren't made for it. And you, young lady, I commend you for escaping. Your bones look almost as old as mine.
Yes. Well, you do what we must.
Yeah, and so just to describe the rest of the room, I forgot to. On the west, there is a door. Right. Can I point here? Right there. To the east, there is a door. To the north, there is a door. He told you that sleeping quarters is to the east.
If you have no need of me, I am going to retire and inspect these items. And if they are counterfeit, I will know. And you will be sorry. I promise you that.
What else is in this building?
What do you mean, what else?
Other people.
No, I live alone. I can't stand people. Can barely stand you. But again, you gave me something I need, so, well, I will allow it.
She gathers like a few more cooked rats.
Okay.
Goes towards the eastern doorway.
Okay. All right, so you head over. Abe and Nagel, are you doing anything else? Would you like to talk to this man? He did offer any supplies anyone might need.
Do you have any soil?
Soil boy.
I'm quite hungry.
You eat dirt.
Yes, it is very delicious.
Oh, interesting. Well, let me see what I have. Perhaps I have some dirt somewhere. There's dirt everywhere. You didn't find any on the path outside? I can't believe it. It's right under your feet. Very well, very well.
And he like kind of cranks his way up to the top. So, after a moment, he comes back down.
You're not going to believe it. What I found. Dirt as dark as night. Hopefully, the mineral content will nourish your weird face.
And he just kind of, he doesn't even open a, he doesn't even open his little compartment. It just kind of like slides through and just kind of funnels down like an hourglass out of the cage onto the ground.
I assumed dirt on dirt is all right, so I did not give you a plate.
Abe's just gonna use his mask and scoop it up and
Okay.
back up.
It's quite delicious. It's very rich dirt. It is even darker and more mineral rich than the stuff you ate out on the path in the forest. Okay, so
I will take your silence as you don't need me anymore, so I'm off. Good evening.
and he rises back up into the darkness, and you hear footsteps on, sounds like wood, and you hear some rummaging around far away above you. So you stand in front of this door. It's all made of just logs, essentially, put together. You can tell looking around here that this ruin has been added onto. There's some stones that don't quite match the others, so you can tell that this character must have refitted this place with various things. So you open the door, Nefel, and inside you see a narrow corridor with a torch illuminating the end. Oh, we got a raid! Vorpal Tales.
Hey.
Dang, 40. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Mork Borg. We are running arc number 2 in our campaign. So we ran Graves Left Wanting. Wow, look at all these follows. Thank you. Narf37.
Spank my Betty. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
for the
don't
follow.
forget to spank my Betty.
Don't forget what?
Yeah. Spank my Betty.
Spank my Betty. Am I missing something?
Yeah, they followed us.
Oh,
it is
thank
a
you,
really
Spank
person.
My Betty, for the follow. Much appreciated. So, yeah, we are running a second arc. We ran Graves Less Wanting, a very modified version of that adventure. This one is more custom homebrew stuff, but the characters are finding themselves. They just escaped Graven Tosk, if you're familiar with Mork Borg. If you're not, it's a massive, ancient cemetery in the center of the Sarkash Forest. That is where they find themselves now, and they have recently learned that they are cursed, that even though they left the grave, something is lingering behind them. And they've also learned that there are individuals who are seeking people out just like them because they are valuable. So they found this ruined tower in the middle of the Sarkash, directed here by a merchant, a strange-looking merchant in the forest. And to get inside, they had to trade something they found in the grave, something that existed in the grave anyway. Graven Tosk. Thank you for the follow. Regular-sized mom. We have a Harga-sized woman right now. Wow. Man, thank you so much, everybody, for all the follows. We run D&D. Tonight is the non-D&D night. We're running Mork Borg. If you couldn't tell with all the logos and everything. But anyway, yeah, so they also find themselves just ravenously hungry. And they did feast on cooked rodent. And it satiated them to a degree, but now they are retiring to a small little room off the side of this ruin that was promised to them. So here we are. Let me move my token farther in so we can see. So yeah, as you round the corner, you can see that this wing is not that great. So it ends, and there's some blankets on the ground. There's some piles of hay. This is the bedding he spoke of. It's not the most elaborate bedding you've had, but it's better than the dirt, just barely. And then off to the east, you do see that there is an opening. You can see outside into the forest. There's a couple of stones that are kind of leaning over, crumbled away, but in its place are these what are they called? Archers, these like palisade. What are those things called? Ryan, I know you know. Those things to like stave off infantry.
Are they just like stuck in the ground, like spikes out?
Yeah, there's spikes out because it looks as though he hasn't quite finished this wing of the tower yet. So you can kind of see, so he has kind of assembled some somewhat protective areas.
This
There.
fool has a door he opened only for items, and he just has a fucking stick in the way of this chamber. Oh my god. I want my staff back.
So you guys,
I'm not sleeping here.
Artha finds the comfiest
okay.
looking one and shoves her stuff in the corner. Tries to get comfortable and just collapses.
Yeah, you guys are all
exhausted.
extremely tired right now. So your bellies are somewhat full, fully enough, and that is kind of lulling you off to sleep. So what are the rest of you doing as Harga beds down for the evening?
I speed walk back to the chamber and just yell up,
There is a hole in your wall, you fool. What are you doing to us?
He,
Such a Karen.
such a Karen. Neefel the
Spinning
Karen.
back.
This bed is not good enough.
You could get Bayless
all right, you
to
hear-
redo your art.
Give him like one of those like bob cuts.
Yep.
Oh, Bayless, if you're watching, there you go. All
Now
right.
you listen here.
Oh yeah. There we go. Perfect. We got the Karen. All right, so Neefel, you storm out into the central area. I'll move my token back out so Jack can see what's going on. And you're just cursing up into the to the darkness where this caged man, has risen. What about Abe and Nagel? What are you guys up to as Harga beds down?
Abe's just gonna lay down. He's pretty tired.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too. I'm gonna pick a hay bale
All right, you guys
and cozy.
you guys lay down. All right, so you're shouting up into the darkness, Neefel, and you hear,
What? My bed is not good enough for you? You came from a fucking graveyard.
It's not the fucking bed, you old man. It's the hole in your fucking wall that leads outside.
Don't you like the sound of the wind, the sound of crickets, to lull you to sleep?
Who told us you invited us in to protect us from what could get us, and there are merely sticks in the way from the outside?
Well, if you have another item of graven tusk, maybe I can give you another accommodation.
Do I see him right
Princess?
now?
no, you just hear this voice coming from darkness.
I was gonna say, I have another item, and I reach for a scroll.
Oh, okay.
I'm not pulling it out,
Okay.
but my hands are on it,
Okay.
and I'm angry. But I remember last time I got very angry. We were attacked by mini skeletons that almost killed me very quickly.
What other accommodations might you have, and do they lead to the outside?
To a degree, but
There is a. Sorry, I burped. there is a wall.
there are walls. You are enclosed in walls. It is a way out in case things go sour.
Hey, thank you, Advisor Rock, for the follow.
Before I give you anything else, I want to see these other accommodations.
Oh, very well. By Nefel's beard.
All right, so the northern door, you hear a click, and it's unlocked. So you make your way down here, and it indeed has walls all the way around, and there is a pile of hay, and there's just a desk with nothing on it against the wall.
Does that suit you, princess? Is that comfy enough? Is it warm enough for your pale, pale skin?
Find it interesting that you think accommodations with holes to the outside is somehow enough, and this is somehow more.
Surely you know, boy, that there must always be more than one way out.
Yes, I would just not like to sleep in the exit.
You can sleep in here if you wish. There's a warm fire. I thought you might prefer, a bed of hay. Up to you.
No, I will just sleep in here, old man.
Okay. All right. So, are you doing anything else, or are you sleeping?
No, I'm like covering myself up with my stuff. It's like rolling my face against the wall. Like,
Okay. All right.
I'm sleeping.
You are sleeping.
This fucking fool.
So is anybody doing any
rat dinner? God damn it. I know, Avant. I fucking know. Just wait.
Okay. So
Harga will imbibe her final good feeling potion.
Yes.
And drift off in sleep.
So you fall asleep.
Pleasant sleep.
Okay. What about Nagel and Abe? I will move my token again where you guys are.
Abe's just picking his nose, little drops of blood below where he's sitting.
Okay. Any watch, or you guys just all like completely conking out?
I mean, I'll do first watch if you guys want to do a watch.
You guys want to do a watch, or no? Harg is out. Abe, what do you want to do?
Abe's probably gonna clonk out.
Okay.
Well, I'm not staying awake all night. Maybe I'll do like first watch and then come what may.
Okay. All right, you bed down for the evening, and it feels like the first time you've slept in a very long, long time. All right, what I need you to do is all of you guys except Nefel, roll me a d4. So we got a 3, a 4, and a 2.
Wait. I got a 4.
You got a 4?
It's 4, 3, and 4.
Okay.
That other 2 was from an hour ago.
Oh. 4, 3, 4. Okay. So you guys are dreaming. But Abe, your dreams are interrupted. You are jerked awake, and you begin to be dragged out to where you cannot see. And you're just kicking and grasping at your throat.
Am I able to scream out?
Why don't you give me a toughness check? Let's see if you can manage to get a scream out before your windpipe is closed. Okay, you try to, but just a rasp of air. And I like how Ryan's like, see what I tell you. So what I need you to do is, so what are you doing as you're being dragged? You're across the ground, kind of rolling over like Indiana Jones style, but from your neck.
Abe's gonna try to dig his fingers into the ground as deep as he can to see if he can at least slow it down.
Okay, why don't you roll me a strength check? Okay, you don't seem to be stopping. And you can kind of just, you can see the moon flashing, you know, between the tree branches, and you're being pulled deeper and deeper and deeper. Okay. Why doesn't Harga and Nagel roll me a presence check? Drow's like, bless it. Are you going to bless it?
10.
Yeah, I'll bless it. Mine too.
Okay, bless yours.
Oh, need it. No, I don't know. Still blessing.
Yeah. Okay, so let me mark those off really quick. So you use the bless, and Harga used the bless. So 1 and 3. Okay, let me update this really quickly. Okay, so Nagel, you hear something that wakens you. Coming through, hey, made of kimchi. Thank you for the follow. Hopefully you don't smell like kimchi, but thank you. So then it smells delicious? Bruh.
It smells garlicky.
Bruh.
It tastes delicious.
Bruh. Okay, anyway. All right, so yeah, you hear some movement that awakens you, and when you sit up, because presumably you guys did not put this torch out, you see that Abe is missing, but you don't see any sign of like, you know, disarray. Essentially, there's no the stone, the things that I can't remember what they're called. These stakey things are still exactly where they were. His blanket is exactly where you remembered it.
I'll wake Harga. Harga.
Mm.
Abe is missing.
He's probably taking a piss. Leave me alone.
I love how Nephel's just getting his beauty rest. Full night. So you wake her up. Okay.
Nothing is out of place. His blanket is exactly how he left it. He's just gone.
Abe! Abe!
There's no response.
And she gets up and she goes over to the torch. Gets the torch out of the wall, brings it back. Starts looking around outside.
So you step around and move outside?
So she comes up to,
Or just to like right here? Okay.
Yeah.
So I need you to... Okay, right there. Okay. You
I'm
don't...
gonna get my crossbow out and be like right behind her.
Okay. You don't see anything. You see just the trees. You see the grass. You see, you know, some kind of strange stonework right here. But that's it.
Lord of Dynasty Flesh, where are you?
Abe, you don't hear anything.
Huh.
Why don't you roll me, Abe, another strength check? Okay. While you're struggling, you manage to get it off your neck, surprisingly. And you kind of roll onto your stomach, gasping for breath.
I'm gonna try to grab my sword and look around to see if I can see what was pulling me.
Okay. It's very dark here. You do see a shift. You see a shadow shift in the darkness, or actually, you know, there's a little bit of moonlight coming in, and you see it kind of move away. But then it comes back. There's actually a dog. Drooling, almost rabid. And you see torchlight. There's torchlight behind you, actually, and it's making the dog's eyes just reflect. And there's a hooded man behind the dog. And he is brandishing a sword in one hand, and he has this, looks like a noose in the other, dangling at his side now, stepping into the light. And I guess, Harga, you see this as well. So you see Abe stand up. And my distance isn't the best. He should have been farther away, but that's fine. You see him stand up, and you see your torchlight is illuminating this figure, this cloaked figure, and there's a dog. And let's see here. We are now entering combat. So I will change the tunes.
We are resting comfortably by a fire.
Yeah, I know. I love how there's like a combat happening, and then
Karen.
Nefel's just having a great night's sleep.
The squeaky Karen gets the grease, is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Karen didn't mention anything and instead went to bed by himself.
Okay, so you guys...
Excuse me, I yelled for all of you to hear that this was not good enough, and there was a hole in the wall, and stormed off.
Why didn't it work? Oh, there we go. Okay, now I got you guys in it. So let's roll a d6 and see what happens. Why is that not working? Hang on. Let me try this again. I don't know why the initiative didn't go. So start combat. Oh shit, that sucks. Can you guys roll your initiative and see if it works?
Should I roll just in case I hear something?
Yeah, why don't you roll, yeah. Oh, I need to add, hang on, let me add you to combat too, because I don't think you'll be able to otherwise. There you go. Okay, so that initiative, weird. I wonder why group initiative didn't work. Okay. So unfortunately, god damn, I wish that would work. Can any of you guys roll party initiative? That little D6 in the upper left? Maybe it's my new Foundry version.
Ryan just did.
Oh, you did?
4.
Player characters begin. Okay, so I wonder if I can just manually move these guys. Dang, you got an 11, Abe?
11's my HP.
Oh, that's your HP. That's right. Sorry. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to, I'll let you guys go first, and then I'll just remember to go second. Because I can't seem to get that to line up correctly. Oh, that's why I couldn't have updated the Foundry, the new version. Oh well. Okay, so Abe still has the highest roll. Abe, what would you like to do as this snarling dog looms in front of you and this shadowed figure steps out?
Abe's pretty pissed about being dragged from his sleep, so he's gonna go straight for the figure.
Okay.
With his short sword.
Oh shit, I need to move my GM token. Nobody can see. There we go.
I think I'm gonna bless it.
Go for it.
What's the armor?
It is a D2. Okay, so you swing with your short sword. Wait, what did you do? You blessed 8.
Yeah, I don't...
Oh, 12. Yeah, that's a hit. 8 plus 4, right?
No, I got a 2.
Oh, shit. Sorry. That is a miss. So yeah, you swing down, and this shadowed man steps out of the way. Let's go with who's up next on the tracker. Let me skip you. I'll have to skip him because you guys, Harga.
Harga sees the shadowy figure next to her very tall, pale friend.
Mm-hmm.
Turns around, grabs her crossbow. D12.
Yep. You also see that dog there too.
She's going to focus on the same
guy?
person that he
Okay.
just tried to hit.
All right. Okay, your bolt
It goes
just
wide.
disappears into the darkness.
Into
And
darkness.
then Nifel, would you even hear anything this far away? Oh, why don't
There's
you?
only one door because there's a wall.
Yeah, why don't you roll me a presence check and let's see what you get. And if you want to bless it, bless it. Oh wait, Ducky, you bless something, right? So I gotta
Yeah.
remove your bless.
Yeah, I'm not blessing this. I'm napping comfortably. Everyone was giving me a hard time about being Karen and stuff. So you guys can
Karens will be Karens.
fuck.
Okay, you got a
Nat 20.
you got a nat 20? Holy shit. Okay, so as you're
So I hear it.
you hear it. You hear some kind of scuffling happening to the east.
I do. And I kind of like I'm landing against the wall and I look and I listen and I'm like, it serves him fucking right. And I lay there for a second holding our Vaughn, just like
That's what they get. God damn it, Alphonse, I fucking know.
I like flip back my cloak and I stand up and I slowly walk this way.
Okay. So I'll say you can make it to the door and you swing the door open and you start to hear more of the sounds. You hear the sound of a crossbow going off. You hear a dog growling. You hear a sword missing, I guess. If you can even hear that.
I set our Vaughn down
Okay.
on like this desk here as I go by, right here. And when I open the door and hear that, it's like I fucking know them. Is it?
Okay. All right. So next up is Nagel.
I'm gonna try to crossbow the guy as well.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. Attack. And 2 is the armor?
Yeah, D2. Okay. Bolt out into the darkness. Okay, next is this guy. So, the guy in front of you, Abe, he actually doesn't attack you with a sword. He again throws this noose at you, this lasso. So what I need you to do is roll me a defense check.
What should I put for incoming attack?
Oh, damage? It's not going to be any damage, so just put like, I don't know. Can you put 0 or just put a D2 or something? And then we'll just disregard it. Five. Okay, so yeah, you feel this noose around your neck again, and you are pulled to your knees instantaneously. And this dog squirms through these shitty little stakes and bites at Harga. And Harga, I need you to roll me a defense check.
ER12.
DR12. Yeah, damage is D4.
Take 2 damage.
Okay, you take 2 damage as this hound like sinks its teeth into your ankle. And why don't you roll me a toughness check? Oh shit. Okay. All right. So you just take the damage. All right. And then next is another dog rushes in, but sees its companion already has you, but decides to go for you as well. So I need you to roll me a defense check as well.
Another one.
Yeah. Three damage. Ooh, you got omens, remember. You got omens, you got blesses.
I have 1 damage.
Okay. So, top of the order again. Man, I wish it would work. So, it is Abe. What would you like to do, Abe?
Good question. How close to dawn is it?
It's starting to get close. However, in Mork Borg, it's never fully bright. There's always heavy cloud cover, but yeah, you can see that the sky is lightening somewhat.
Okay, because Abe's supposed to get a new power every dawn.
Okay, let's do that then. Let's say it's been a full night,
So I need to do.
which means I need to roll for an omen. Or I mean, misery. Let's do that right now. Nope. No misery.
Misery on the very first roll ever.
I know,
Roll
right?
off for a little while.
Yeah. Okay, so you got a 6. What is that? Does that give you a random power?
It does. I get 9 violet signs, unknot the storm.
Ooh, I have that one.
Is
Produce
that's
D2
the
lightning
that's a
bolts dealing
lightning bolt.
D6 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so roll me a presence check. That'll
Okay.
determine. Remember, it's a D12, and so the consequence of that is if you fail, I think it's you can't cast another power for like D2 hours or something like that.
I'm gonna bless it.
Heck yeah, bless it. Oh shit. Do you have any omens? Yeah, you got 1 left.
I do. Can I?
Well,
Oh, you
you got a
do
5.
D2 hit points. Yeah, you can use
You
your
get your bless roll too.
Okay, so
Now
that's
use an omen to reduce the DC.
oh dang, yeah, you could do that.
Can I do that?
Yeah, of course.
I will absolutely do that.
Okay. So I need to remove a bless and a omen. Actually, why don't you guys roll for omens? I'm gonna say it's the next day because we already determined that.
We
So what
just
is-
roll our max or what?
Yeah, roll your omens. It's you got to roll like a d4 or whatever it is per day.
Okay.
It's on your character sheet. It should just say like roll. It should be if you click omens.
Well, I think my max is only 3. So do I roll a D4 or do I roll a D3?
I think if you just
Oh,
click,
1D2 per rest. 1D2 per rest.
Okay. So Abe got 1. Nagel got 2. Wait, why did Nagel roll twice?
There was a delay,
Oh, okay.
but my first roll was a 2.
So you got 2. Okay, so you're at. So you have 3, Nagel. 3 out of 4.
I got 2. So I'm back up
Abe,
to 3.
what'd you get again? Abe 1.
Yeah, 1.
And then Nefel, you got how many?
2 more, so I'm up to 3.
Oh shit. Okay. 3
I'm
of
at
3.
2.
Harga's at 2. Okay. Okay. All right, we should be updated on the stream, hopefully. Let me know if that's correct or if anything is incorrect. Okay, so you use this. It succeeds. Did you roll? So it's 1 bolt of lightning, right?
Yeah.
And it's D6 damage?
Yes, D6.
Okay.
And I'm aiming for the guy with the noose around my neck.
Okay, go for it. Oh man, 1 damage. I'm gonna say that armor doesn't count for it. I don't know. I feel like if you get hit by lightning, right? I don't know.
It'd be like shocking grasp, and it
It's
actually
increased
like
by
hits the
armor.
armor.
Yeah. Is it metal?
No, he's wearing leather.
Oh.
Okay. All right, so this bolt of lightning strikes down, but just, fingers of electricity just over the guy's body, but he doesn't seem to be affected.
His hair's very fluffy now.
Yeah.
Would the lightning illuminate the area so we'd be able to see the guy behind me?
Yeah. Of course.
So there's another guy right here.
There's another guy back there, yeah.
What?
And there's 2 dogs in front of you. So do you want to move at all or do anything else, or is that your turn?
Can I move with the thing around my neck?
Oh, that's right. Did I have you already roll a strength check?
No, not yet.
Yeah, why don't you roll me a strength check? Okay, you failed. And actually, what happens, you feel your body kind of drain a little bit. So I need you to lose 1 strength. This is just temporary, though. This isn't permanent. So just keep note of whatever your max is right now. But you can, in your character sheet, you can change it just for the calculations and all that stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Who is up next? Let's see. We got Harga is up next. What would you like to do, Harga, as this dog bites down on your
Run the fuck
leg?
away.
Okay. Why don't you roll me a strength check as this dog has its jaws on your ankle?
Nope.
Oh shit. Re-rolling that, I'm hoping?
Yeah.
Oh
Did you
shit.
see the 19? It almost ended up. Okie
Ooh,
dokie.
I know. I saw it hanging out right there. Okay, so you try to pull away, but this dog has its teeth sunken into you. Are you trying to do anything? I guess you can't do
Take
anything.
my short sword and I'll attack the dog.
Okay. You do not take any damage though,
Okay.
thankfully, because I think everybody can see her life bar and it's not looking so hot.
I have
So-
1 hit point.
Oh, 1 hit point.
Yeah. D2 armor or no armor? for
No
the dog?
armor whatsoever. These are not armored dogs.
Cool, cool.
Oh man. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
yeah, you're barely hanging on. You're just in pain. You're sweating, and you try to swing down, and you just can't hit this black dog in the night despite the torchlight. Okay, so who's up next? Nephel, you're up next. So you're hearing this fight intensified echoing down this chamber, this hall. And you see, when you're around the corner, you see Nagel standing there with her crossbow held upright, shooting out into the darkness. And you see Harga with a dog, like, latched to her ankle, and another one near her.
Oh man. It would suck if Harga died. So if I move down here, if I see everybody, like, is Harga the only one that's taking any damage? That appears to have
I mean,
taken
yeah,
damage?
I guess, like, yeah, in the as you're dashing down this hall, you can it doesn't look like
Yeah,
it doesn't look like Nagel's hurt at
Oh,
all.
I'm definitely not dead. I am stomping around with an attitude.
Oh, okay.
And I turn the corner, and they just hear me bellow, "I told you so."
Perfect.
And I pull out a scroll. And I'm going to cast exactly what Abhor Denied the Flesh just cast, but I don't know that. I'm going to do the 9 violet signs on Not the Storm.
Nice. On the dogs
And
or
I'm-
on the?
Yeah, I'm gonna target. Well, I don't know how many targets I'd get, but if I can, I'm gonna target the doggies.
I'll say you can choose whatever you want. It can be like both on the one or one each if you end up getting it too. So it's
Yeah,
up
if
to
I
you.
get 2, I'll do 1 each on the doggies.
Okay.
All right, so it's a presence check.
It's a presence check, correct. And let me know if you want to bless it or.
Yeah, I'm gonna bless this.
9.
Let me.
Yeah. If you get a 4. you
I'll
didn't.
use an omen to reduce the DR.
Okay, so I need to remove a bless from you and a omen.
Yeah.
Okay, so you succeed. So why don't you roll me a d2 and we'll see how many bolts you get.
Oh, you piece of shit.
1.
So then I'll target the one attacking Harga.
Okay. Go for it. There's
There's
no armor.
and then I get a D6.
Oh shit. So lightning strikes down from the sky, the lightning sky, and just annihilates this hound. I mean, its hair stands on end, its skin peels off, and it is just smoking, quivering until it completely stops dead. Damn, you fucked that thing up. You overkilled it. Okay. I guess you moved, and I guess you did an action. Is there anything else? I guess you really can't do much else. You
yeah,
could probably
I don't
move a
think I
little
can
bit
do
more
anything
if you wanted to, but
No, I'm good where I'm at.
Okay.
Nothing can really get to me
okay.
back in the safety of back closer to the tower where I told everyone to be.
So Nagel, what do you want to do? You're up.
I'm gonna pull out a scroll as well
Okay.
and try to cast Enochian syntax.
What does that do? the
One
chat.
creature blindly obeys a single command.
Oh, okay.
How do I cast it? Sorry.
Have you played this game before? You
Just over
you-
20.
you do a presence. You click on your character sheet, click a presence. You succeed.
Yay.
So what would
Okay.
you like to do?
I am going to command the guy with the noose around Abe's neck
Mm-hmm.
to free him and leave us alone forever. Leave us be. Go away.
Is that 2 commands?
Leave us all alone.
Just
Forever.
leave, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just-
All right, you read from this scroll, and Abe, the man in front of you, just stops and looks blankly at you and just begins to walk away. Okay.
So
So,
I imagine the dogs like follow out or something.
let's see what happens.
I have a dog and I think it would follow me. Just saying.
Okay, so up next is this guy. So this guy up here actually, I guess Abe, you can see him. He kind of just slips around this corner. And this dog, however, seems to be angered, not so much afraid of what happened. And it lashes out at you, Nephel, with its jaws. So roll me a defense check.
On me, it runs past them to me.
No, sorry, Nagel. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Roll me defense.
Okay. Okay, that's toughness.
No, it's defense.
But okay. Let's just find that.
Under the violence.
How do you use a D&D character sheet? And you can't. Mork Borg is like 5 things you can click.
I know, but there's so many tabs. Incoming attack is 1d4.
Yes. You bless
Is that
him?
a 1?
Oh, you take 0 damage. You're wearing armor?
Yeah.
Nice.
Light armor.
Okay, so this thing actually lunges up toward your torso, biting, trying to bite your chest, and cannot get through. So when all this is happening, you hear,
Hurry, you fools! Get inside now!
are you guys going to do anything? You guys can all act.
If
you
we can all
like
act, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Off
if
from there.
Abe
So
is
Abe, even you hear
summon.
this, even though you're outside.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna dash in.
Okay. All right. So this dog is just barreling down the hall after you. Abe, since you're the last one in, why don't you roll me an agility check to see if you get through that door just in time.
Ooh, okay.
These rolls. Do you want to use an omen or anything?
Yeah, I'll omen it. Why not?
Okay. I'm not forcing you, but you can if you want. You only have one left, I think.
And that's a reroll, right?
It can be a reroll. It can be, I guess in this case, yeah, it would just be a reroll. Because you couldn't lower it. There you go. Look at that omen coming in handy at the very end. Okay, so you managed to this dog is like leaps at you. You slip through the door and slam it behind you, and you hear it impact. And the man in the cage is in the center of the room now.
Curses! I guess it didn't work.
And that is where we're going to end tonight, everybody. Mork Borg, mid-combat, somewhat. But it is 10 o'clock. It is time to shut this thing down. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We do know that there are other people hanging out around this this tower. So next week, we shall see how the rest of this unfolds. I guess if you want to just do the list of shout outs we got. Who do we got in the chat? We got L2 in the chat. We got who else? Andy's still here. He needs a shout out. Too bad he doesn't have a streaming channel. Ducky's obviously here. Melee's obviously here. But anyway, let's find a raid.
Yeah.
Are there any tabletop RPG that aren't Portuguese on right now? I love the Portuguese. I'm just mean like
we got a lot of Spanish in here. Not many people in tabletop. There's like 10 channels going on right now. Let's see what this one is. There's something called Yeehaw Episode 1. Give it a
Yeehaw.
Oh my gosh, just pre-roll ads killing me.
Yep.
Yeah, don't forget to check us out on Monday for Theros as well from Evil ADX. So, yeah,
who is in the
getting closer
chat
and closer.
right now?
Yeah. Getting closer and closer to finishing that arc.
Yeah, I need to watch the VOD. Andy, you need to send me that VOD.
You have access to it now.
Oh shit, that's right. Oh, he said he was going to edit it or something. That's right.
Gotcha.
So what else? Anything else? Tomb of Mercy's
we're taking
coming
a break
up
next week from
right. DK.
Yeah, so we have Theros on Monday, which is Mythic Odyssey of Theros, Magic the Gathering in D&D. We're going to take a break from the Evil game on Wednesday.
The evil game.
It is important anniversary for myself, so we'll pick up again next week from that after that. And then Mork Borg will be back here next Thursday. Why don't we go ahead and raid April Anonymous? We've raided them before.
Cool. Let's do it.
I feel like they may be done soon, but oh well.
All right, everybody. So hang out for the raid. And I don't think any other announcements. I think that's it. I know you said Tomb of Mercies, maybe
Tomb of Mercy,
mid-July,
maybe about 3 weeks
something,
away.
right?
Yeah, I think maybe second week of July we'll be running Tomb of Mercy, written by Circe Victory. And coming up, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, Circe will actually be on my channel Saturday evening, and we're going to talk about Tomb of Mercy, give it a once-over with myself and the creator, make sure it's all ready to go, and then we will run that. So we will have a very fun Death Trap dungeon with that in the next couple of weeks here.
Cool. Well, thanks again for all the blesses, all the banes, all the omens, all the subscriptions, all the follows. We got an awesome raid tonight. So if any of you are still sticking around, thank you for hanging out.
Yeah, make sure to follow Vorpal Tales.
Yeah. And we're gonna go to a thank you screen. It's going to list all of your amazing names, and then we're going to raid. So have a great night. Thanks again. We will be back next Thursday to see what happens next.